Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is gonna be a new series on my channel. I already have the Where is Wednesdays. This is gonna be called Murder Mondays. The videos on Mondays are gonna be for people who died or committed suicide and they died mysteriously. So that's gonna be a new series on my channel. So Monday and Wednesdays are gonna be for true crime. So far, that's what I have so far. Who knows what the future holds. This video is gonna be about Mariah Woods. She was born November 8th, 2014. She was 3 years old at the time of her disappearance. This case takes place in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Mariah's parents, Kristy Woods and Alex Woods, separated. Mariah lived with her mother, Kristy Woods, and Kristy's live-in boyfriend, Earl Kimry. Mariah also had two brothers named Nathaniel and Ryan, who also lived with Kristy. State records show Earl had been previously charged with crimes before Kristy even got with him. Those crimes included larceny, assault, and drunk and disorderly conduct. This case reminds me of the Sabrina Eisenberg case that I did a couple weeks ago, where the similarities are so similar. The mother goes and puts the kid to bed for the night, and somehow the child gets stolen in the middle of the night and nobody hears anything. So the night Mariah went missing, she was last seen around 8 or 8:30 when Kristy Woods put her to bed on November 26, 2017. She was wearing her pink footy pajamas. Kristy put her daughter to bed, and this would be the last time she ever sees her daughter, Mariah. At 6 a.m. the following morning, Earl Kimry calls 911 to report his girlfriend's daughter, Mariah Woods, missing. The 911 call was 7 minutes long. And I'll leave a link to the 911 call down in the description box. In that 911 call, at the 5-minute and 37-second mark, Earl is stuttering up a storm. Like, from the 911 call, it just seems that Earl is lying about a couple things. He's stuttering a lot, and from my personal experience and just from personal knowledge, when people stutter when they're talking, they're most likely lying. An Amber Alert was issued a couple hours after Mariah Woods was reported missing. 4 volunteer fire departments, law enforcement officials, and canine units conduct a search in the wooded area behind the Inez mobile home. The Inez mobile home park in Mariah's home located at 2404 Dawson Cabin Road. So they conducted a search in the wooded area behind Mariah's home. Also, in the 911 call, Earl says to the dispatcher that he checked 2 or 3 times for Mariah in the house and she was nowhere to be found. How can you not know if you checked 2 or 3 times? It's either 2 or 3 times that you checked. It's not 2 or 3. If you are looking for your missing child, you should know how many times you check the house. Granted, he could be in shock because the child is missing. His head could be everywhere. You just don't know when you're in that circumstance. You don't know how you're gonna act. But it just seems really weird that he didn't know how many times he searched the house for Mariah. He didn't say, yeah, I searched 2 times. Yeah, I searched 3 times. He said, I searched 2 or 3 times. It just seems weird, just to put that out there. The Onslow County Communications, they flew a drone over the area as well to check for any clues or any signs of Mariah, and there was nothing. A helicopter also did an aerial search, and that search also came up empty-handed as well. Officials interviewed Kristy and Earl. They also conducted a search of the home and vehicle, and Mariah was nowhere to be found. Like, they could not find this little girl anywhere. It's like she just vanished into thin air. And we all know that is not possible. You guys, this is the most bizarre part of the case. Alex Woods, Mariah's father, didn't even find out little Mariah was missing until he got the Amber Alert. Kristy never even called him. Earl never called him. Mind you, it's Kristy's responsibility. She should have called Alex and told him his daughter was missing so he can include himself in the search. That is just so sketchy, I can't even believe it. Like, why? What would be the point that you didn't want to tell Mariah's father that she was gone missing? Like, that just seems so sketchy to me. What do you guys think? Kristy is so sure someone came into her home and stole Mariah, but Alex is not so sure things played out like that. He says 4 people were in the house that night. You had Kristy, you had Earl, you had Nathaniel, you had Ryan, and you had Mariah. Somebody came in that house, stole a 3-year-old. The 3-year-old didn't even scream. She didn't cry out. It's not like it's a baby, you know what I mean? So the difference between the Sabrina Eisenberg case and this case is Sabrina was a baby. Mariah's 3. If somebody grabs her, Mariah wakes up in the middle of the night because somebody's obviously picking her up out of her bed. She's gonna open her eyes and see that it's a stranger, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe she didn't scream because it wasn't a stranger. Kristy and Earl said the following morning on November 27th, when they went in the room to go see if, to go wake up Mariah, they said her pink-footed pajamas were on the floor. Why are Mariah's pajamas that she went to bed in the night before now on the floor off of her body? Another important fact that I forgot to tell you guys at the beginning, Mariah has muscular dystrophy. I know I did not say that right. I butchered the word. I am sorry, you guys, do not judge me. But Mariah needs braces to even walk anywhere. So Mariah could not have possibly, I mean, it could be possible. Anything's possible. But it is most likely she did not walk out of that house on her own. She needs braces just to walk. So it's very likely she did not walk out of that house on her own that night. According to search warrants obtained by WITN, a witness told police they saw Earl, and I quote, placing an object in the van bigger than a book bag and then leaving the residence, unquote, at around 11 or 11:30 on November 26th, the night Mariah went to bed. So what was he leaving with? Why was he on the 911 call? When you guys go to listen to it, he says that Mariah went to bed around 8 or 8:30 that night, and they all went to bed at the same time. So why did a witness see Earl leaving his house around 11 or 11:30 that night? According to him, in his own words, he went to bed that night around 8 or 8:30, the same time everyone went to bed that night. So why did someone see him up? And what was in that bag he was carrying? Items seized at the home include receipts for 5 outside trash cans purchased at different stores, gray duct tape, part of a gray floor mat from the van, 4 bottles of bleach, syringes, a black bag with duct tape, a shovel, several pieces of carpet, a carpet pad, and a black flashlight. So those things police confiscated from the Kristy and Earl's household. Police also seized a section of the bedroom wall, a pink jacket zip ties, and children's clothing, carpet sections, and swabs from the seats in the 1996 van. In a search warrant affidavit obtained by WITN on December 1st, 2017, Earl Kimry was charged with concealing a death, obstruction of justice, second-degree burglary, second-degree burglary, felony larceny, and possession of stolen property, according to arrest records. He was held in the Onslow County Corrections on a $1.01 million bond. Alex Woods, Mariah's biological father, is suing Kristy Woods for custody of Nathaniel and Ryan. Alex alleges that Earl sexually abused Mariah and physically abused the boys, hitting them with a belt. According to court documents, one of the boys actually says that Kristy knows about Earl sexually abusing Mariah previously. On December 2nd, 2017, around 5:30 p.m., little Mariah Woods' remains were found. Her remains were found in Shelter Creek along Shaw Highway in Pender County, North Carolina. The remains were found by a dive team. Officials did not say what led them to arrest Earl or what evidence suggests that they know Mariah was no longer alive. An arrest warrant issued on 12/2/2017, it states that it accused Earl of removing Mariah Woods' body from the scene of her death and alleges that he did conceal Mariah's death and body, knowing that Mariah died from unnatural causes. The warrant also says that Earl secretly got rid of Mariah's body, so he's being charged for that too, disposing of a dead body. On December 4th, 2017, an autopsy was performed and showed cause of death was chloroform toxicity. So basically, whoever took Mariah, they basically covered her mouth with a rag or something that was drenched in chloroform, and obviously they overdosed her on it and killed her. On January 24th, 2018, the Onslow County Sheriff's Office has now charged Earl Kimrey with the first-degree murder and felony child abuse resulting in serious bodily injury or death. Earl is being held without bail. Leads developed during the investigation led investigators to that creek in Pender County where Mariah Woods' body was found. But investigators are not saying what the clues were, what the evidence was. They're not telling us what the leads were that led them to the creek. Detectives also said Kristy has been very cooperative at this time, but I wouldn't put it by her. This man, Earl, lives in your house with you. You telling me you didn't know he's been abusing your child, allegedly? So I find it hard to believe that she didn't know anything about this. I feel like she just turned her eye blind and chose not to see it anymore or worry about it. I feel like she swept everything under the rug. But at the same time, he is innocent until proven guilty. Let's keep that in mind, you guys. He hasn't been proved guilty yet. On February 14th, 2018, Earl Kimrey was indicted by a grand jury on the first round of his charges. Alright guys, let's get into the theories. If you guys have any theories or any new theories, or if you guys need to correct some information that I got wrong, remember I'm not perfect. All this information I found online and put together a video for you guys on all the information I could find. So, alright, so the first theory is that somebody actually came into Kristy and Earl's home and stole Mariah. There was no forced entry. No, she doesn't leave on her own. So it was really weird that she was gone. Another really weird thing was that her pajamas were off and on the floor. And another theory is that Earl was the one who actually did this. So the theory is that Kristy put Mariah to bed around 8 or 8:30 that night. It's said to believe that Earl then went into Mariah's room and woke her up sometime after Kristy put her to bed, took off her pajamas and sexually abused her. Hence, that's why her pajamas are on the floor. He then, something went too far this night. I'm thinking Earl does this on the regular. He probably sexually abuses her on the regular, and this night something went too far. I'm thinking something went too far, and then he had to dispose of Mariah's body. Hence why a witness saw Earl leaving around 11:30 with a bag bigger than a book bag. I think Mariah's body was in that bag that night. Also, he used chloroform to knock Mariah out. But I think this night he used too much, which resulted in her death. This is still an open investigation, so if you have any information, please share it with the Onslow County Sheriff's Department. The information will be down in the description box below so you guys can contact them. I will also leave some links down below for information if you guys want to read further on this case. This is a new case. It's very recent, so there is still going to be new evidence coming out. This is just what I have for you guys now. I want to thank you guys so much for watching my video. Make sure you go give this video a thumbs up. Also, share this video, comment down below. I would love to hear what you guys think, what some theories are. Also, if you have any recommendations of people you want me to make a video about, leave it down below. I would love to hear who you would want me to make a video about. I'll add it to my list. And also, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell, turn my notifications on. You don't want to miss the next video. And as always, I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.